So we must brace ourselves and be prepared for a more difficult period ahead. And I want to be upfront with all of you so that we are mentally prepared.
Singapore's Prime Minister Lawrence Wong has warned people to brace yourself for the fallout from the Strait of Hormuz crisis, saying the global situation is far from over and pressures will intensify. Wong has compared the current turmoil to the oil shocks of the 1970s, noting that today's disruption to energy supplies and shipping routes could rival, or even exceed, those historic crises. He cautioned that the world may face a major oil and energy crunch worse than the 70s, with prolonged closure or weaponization of Hormuz threatening higher inflation, slower growth, and broader instability.
We did well last year, but there is no time to rest, unfortunately. The first storm has not passed fully, and already another storm is upon us, and this one is more severe. The situation in the Middle East has evolved, and it remains highly uncertain. Fighting has paused for now, but tensions remain high. Iran has closed the Strait of Hormuz, and the US has imposed blockades on Iranian ports. So we are in a tense standoff. Neither side is willing to back down, and there is no clear path to resolution. The Strait of Hormuz has been closed for more than 2 months. The impact is being felt not just in higher prices, but also in tightening supply. And here in Asia, we are especially affected because of our high dependence on energy and other critical supplies from the Gulf. Some countries in our region are already facing fuel shortages, as you can see from the news. Airlines have cut flights. Factories are reporting delays. And the disruptions will not stop at energy. Fertilizer, food, and other essential inputs will be hit next. We can expect shortages in more items to emerge. Even when the strait reopens, it will not be an immediate return to normal. Why? Because ports and energy infrastructure have been damaged. Shipping lanes will need to be cleared of mines. Confidence must be restored that it is safe for ships to sail through, that insurance can be obtained, and people are prepared to take risks to go through the strait. These things do not recover overnight. It will take months at least before the situation stabilizes. So we should not expect this crisis to be over anytime soon. In fact, the pressures are likely to intensify. Supply disruptions will persist and may worsen in the months ahead. Globally, inflation will rise, spreading from energy to food and then other essentials. Some economies may well slip into recession, and Singapore will feel the impact directly. Our growth this year was slow, and inflation will be higher. And all this will put real pressure on businesses, workers, and households. Older Singaporeans may remember the oil shocks of the 1970s. It was during that period that the world experienced stagflation in a major way. Stagflation is a combination of stagnation and inflation. So you have high unemployment together with high inflation. It is the worst of both worlds and deeply painful for businesses and workers. Now, stagflation risks are rising again, and the International Energy Agency, in fact, warns that the current crisis could be even more severe than what the world experienced in the 70s. So we must brace ourselves and be prepared for a more difficult period ahead. And I want to be upfront with all of you so that we are mentally prepared. But amidst these realities, we can also look ahead with quiet confidence. We do not face this crisis from a position of weakness. Singapore is better prepared and in a much stronger position today. And this position was built up over time. We made the hard choices early, managing our finances prudently and building up our reserves. At the same time, we invested to strengthen our energy resilience. We reclaimed land. We built Jurong Island. We developed our refining and petrochemical industries. We dug deep to create underground storage in the Jurong rock caverns. We had no oil, no natural gas, and no guarantee that any of this would work. But we pressed on and we built something that did not exist before. And today, Singapore is a key node in global energy flows. This gives us a significant advantage. The world's leading energy companies operate here, refining, storing, and trading oil. They are connected to diverse supply networks around the world. So when one source is disrupted, they are able to draw on other sources. That is the advantage we have built over decades, not by chance, but through deliberate choices, sustained efforts, and discipline. We made this happen together.
$25 करोड़ गरीब गरीबी को परास्त करके बाहर निकले।
For the good of our nation, let's work together and let's truly make America great again.
The fastest news breaks.
Requested PM saying that we will have to speak to Putin and to Zelensky.
The biggest newsmakers.
The relationship with India is probably the most important bilateral relationship the U.S. will have for the rest of this century.
The capital delivered quite an election result today.
Expert analysis.
The million-dollar question today is how to stop this dance of death.
Ground reports.
I'm standing at the crossroad of the Kumbh Mela. Behind me are more than 100 entry ghats.
Long-form interviews.
Exclusionary politics is reflected in Manipur case as well. You don't bother because this is a small state.
Deep dive into burning issues.
It's often said DRC could be the richest country in the whole world. It's because of what sits underneath.
Why exactly did the US topple the Sheikh Hasina government?
HT videos. We don't just break news, we break it down.